What's going on, Guardians? Your boy Sly here, back at it with another Destiny 2 news update. Now, things right now are generally pretty quiet in terms of news, but we have a recent article from the UK-based magazine called Edge with some pretty amazing details, which right now only strengthen my beliefs that Destiny 2 will be as good as I think it'll be. Now, the magazine itself, pretty expensive for a subscription, but they do some pretty good work. So, as always, the link is down below if you wish to check that out. First off, they start by saying that the beta, of course, does not show off what Destiny 2 will look like at launch. They again reiterate that tons of things will be different. Destiny 2 beta is pretty much only there to test server loads and basic mechanics. They go on to say that one of the biggest changes were energy weapons, at least one of the biggest changes that they talked about. If you remember my tips and tricks video, which is also linked down below, you'll know that energy weapons do more damage to shields than kinetic weapons, regardless if they match up elements or not. A void weapon will take out a solar shield faster than a kinetic weapon will, but again, void on void, solar on solar, etc., that will always work best. But we now know that goes a step further. When using an energy weapon, it will actually cause a firefly-like effect that will damage nearby enemies. So basically, it causes an explosion as soon as the shield breaks, and apparently it's pretty big. So, definitely a nice added touch for energy weapons. It gives them more variance, more reason why you should use one versus a kinetic. Now, in this article, they pretty much just stuck with PvE instances here, but I'm a PvE guy, so I'm 100% okay with that. So, as the article progresses, they start talking about Nightfalls. While I'm pretty sure Nightfalls will be the activity where our weapons and armor will be locked, also known as loadout locking, there's going to be another step to this. They will be timed events. Each strike will have a time limit, not a generous one like the Sunrise Bounty either. Depending on the strike, of course, they have a specific time you must beat, and according to the article, one strike has a time limit of just 13 minutes. That doesn't leave a lot of room for mistakes here, guys, and if my guess is correct that Nightfalls are the ones using the loadout lock mechanic, then that adds a huge degree of difficulty. This means teaming up beforehand, laying down a set strategy, weapons, armor, perks, etc. That's going to be, huge. Key, something I am very excited for. Alright, so as the article moves on, a handful of other juicy details were revealed to the guys at Edge, but Bungie asked them not to announce it just yet. Apparently, one of those details involves the next Hunter subclass. According to the magazine, they were all so happy and giddy about it, they are now reassured that the Night Stalker subclass will be amazing. So that should help some of the worried hunters out there calm down a bit. Now, of course, they did not confirm it'll be called Night Stalker, but just the third subclass in general. And finally, they wrap up with story and campaign. Y'all, there will be over 80 missions and activities in PvE, and according to Bungie, each one will be of substantial length, challenge, story, and reward. Over 80 missions and activities, guys. I mean, that is a huge number. That's like 3 times as much as the first 3 years of Destiny combined. Apparently, they were so focused on PvE story and such that they realized at one point there was more content to complete than there was progression. That's how big of an emphasis there is on story and open world activities this time around. Of course, that's not the case anymore. It's been fixed since then, but you get the idea here. Now, whether or not these include the hidden or secret ones like, lost sectors, I can't say, but either way, this is good for anyone and everyone who likes PvE and the open world. Now, given the amount here, I would say a good 20 to 25 or so will probably just be story missions. Considering there are, world quests, adventures that also tell parts of the story, somewhere around a third of that number seems about right. Now, the magazine also went over a few things that we already know about, like, super regen time, grenade powers, ammo, stuff like that. But they also talk about something that I've mentioned before. Armor pieces will help with charging supers, grenades, melees, etc. The example they give is a Warlock chest piece, a new exotic by the way, that lets you hover in air, and while you're in the air, kills help recharge your grenades. Now, since the Dawnblade can pretty much already hover in air as it stands, this might actually be a real hover instead of a super short time like the Angel of Light node or Imperium Bellicose. But that's speculation, so we'll have to wait and see. I was really hoping that someone would spill the beans on whether or not 3 of Coins will still be present in D2, but so far, I have not received an answer and still no word on that. But anyways, that is about it, guys. A decent-sized article with a few awesome nuggets of detail. As it stands today, the day of this video, we have 16 days left until the beta drops for PC players. With its own PvP map and changes to grenades, supers, heavy ammo, I will definitely be looking forward to that as well. So in just about 2 weeks, I can scratch my D2 itch once more. And then after that beta is over, 1 week guys, and it will be ours. So cannot wait, y'all. But that's it for me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting the channel. I have off for 2 weeks during the launch of D2, so the video drought going on right now was absolutely worth it come launch week. So thanks for being here, guys, and for sticking by. As always, you can check me out on Twitter or Facebook. Sly Nation, Sly Nation Gaming. It's the best place to stay up to date on everything Destiny, Anthem, and of course, new uploads coming out of my channel. Take care, Guardians. The countdown is running out of numbers, and I, for one, am crazy stoked to get this next chapter of Destiny in my hands. Keep an eye out for more videos coming out here very, very soon, but until then, this is your boy Sly. Later, guys.